Okay, so how Java came into picture? So how this programming language? There was a huge competition, okay, when in 1990s. So there were like different people, different organizations. They were developing a different programming languages and all. Okay, after C and C++. But C and C++ was what? Those were platform dependent. For example, in the sense, platform dependent in the sense, if you're developing it on the Mac, you'll not be able to run it on the other OS, that is your Windows and something. Okay, so they were developing. So when there was a team of Java, they were developing and they were trying. So they wanted to just, they were having a tea break, and again they were discussing. Okay, so they were having fun and they were discussing what should we keep the name. So that time, right? It was not. It was in some other place where it was developing. So in that place, a Java tea was very famous. Java was a name of a tea. Okay, that was very famous, and they were drinking that tea. So during that time, what happens is, okay, anyway, that was famous, right? Java tea. So they decided they'll keep a name called Java, so that they wanted it to like become famous. Okay, so that is how like it came into picture. And when we come to version of Java now, like previously it was developed in Java Sun Microsystem. Now it is like acquired by Oracle. So while downloading Java, you guys would have seen, right? There was Oracle. So you would have like wondered why it is Oracle. So now it is acquired by completely acquired by Oracle. So it is named as Oracle. Okay. So one more thing is, then which version of Java are we using now? You guys, which version are you using now? It is 16, right? Initially start with one beta version, two version, and all so many versions were there. Now it has come up with version 16. Okay. So I'll just share my screen now. Okay. So what, are you guys able to see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so when we come to Java, see, you have many things, but what I'll do is I'll explain here how much ever is like you guys can take up and how much ever is required. Okay, apart from that, I'll give some notes, go through. Okay, but whatever I'm teaching, that is very important. You should learn it. And little if you go through notes once, that would be great. Okay, so when we come to Java, Java is simple, high level, platform independent, architectural neutral, robust. These are the features of Java. Okay, when if anyone asks like what is Java, you should be able to let it simple, high level, and platform independent. So many features it has. Okay, so why we call it as a simple? It doesn't have any complex codes. Like it doesn't have any 500, 600 lines of code. Everything we are coding here, line by line, those are very simple, human understandable language. It accepts. Okay. So like it doesn't have any pointers or overloading, nothing. Those are, so codes are very simple. Okay. So second thing, it is secure, I said, right? Why it is secure? Because among this also, I'm taking only features which are important. Okay. Secure. It runs within the JVM. So going forward, what we'll see what is JVM and all. Okay. Just understand why we call it as secure. It runs within JVM. Okay. And it protects from the unauthorized or illegal access resources. We will see now how it protects and all. That is secondary part. It is secure because of JVM. Okay. Simple codes because it is like no pointers, no operators. Okay. Third thing is platform independent. That means platform independent in the sense like as I said you, right, you can run it on any platform that is on one OS. You can write on one OS and you can run on any OS, any platform. Means you can run it like write it on one Mac and you can run it on Windows. That we will see how we can do that. Okay, so it is called platform independent. Okay, programming languages. Like, what is programming language? Java is a programming language, right? So what is programming language? Programming language, take it as a C++ or Java. Why we call it as a program language in the sense what it has. It contains set of grammatical rules or syntax to write a program. As I said, you right, if you want to write a class or a method, see, we are writing class, okay, how we are creating an object, how we have to call that particular method. So we have for everything, like we have it like set of rules, right? Those are called programming language. In each programming language, like you take it as an assembly or high level programming language, you will have a few set of rules, you're supposed to follow those. Okay, so Java is a high level programming language. Why we'll call it as a high level programming language, we will see. It is a human understandable codes like English words will be used to write a instruction in high level language. That is nothing but like we are using, right? Like we are writing a public static void main and we are giving some method name. If we come inside that, like we are giving system.out.println, you are giving some command. So once you see that, at least if you know something, it is like readable format, right? It is not like 010101. No, it's not in byte code or it is not in native code, not in those, right? It is like if we have written something, it is in English, we can read, right? So it is called like high level programming language, which is written in English and it can be understood by anyone. Okay, and instruction written in high level language will not be understood by machine directly. So what, like there are two things, okay? One is like where machine can understand, one language which we can understand. What we understand that machine cannot understand, what machine can understand that we cannot understand. So Java is high level programming language. In order to we should understand, so we have written it in English words. Those are the set of rules. Okay, so now that is our understanding is fine. Now how like Java will understand, how that platform will understand. So their compiler or interpreter will come in picture. Okay, what is this, we'll see later. Just keep in mind like compiler or interpreter. So is a program that should be used to convert the high level language to machine language. Okay, that is in native code. Okay, so whichever we are understanding, our language that would be converted to the machine language that which our system understands, that would be done by the compiler or interpreter. So compiler or
Hello.
interpreter. Yep, Aparna.
Hello.
Am I not
Rekha,
audible?
your voice is not audible to me.
Okay, from when?
Hello.
Till where it was? Okay, am I audible guys now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, till where it was audible. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
actually I don't have power, so I've connected from phone. Till where it was audible.
Compiler and
Yeah.
that thing.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so here in Java, compiler or interpreter will come in picture where the language which we are understanding, that it will convert into machine language. And that compiler and interpreter will do a favor for us. Okay, is it clear so far? Okay, now as like how it does and all, we'll see it later. Okay, now just see the functionality of like how it works. Today it might be a little theoretical. As we go on, we'll see everything practical, because if I directly jump into practical, you guys will not understand how to create a method, class, how to call and all. That will be complex for you. Okay, considering like no one knows nothing, I'm just going it from the scratch. Okay, so as I said you, right? So then what are the advantages? It is easy to write. Once we know the set of rules, it is easy to write, easy to modify and debug instruction written using the high level language. Okay, so as I told you, how Java you write. For example, see, few people, they might have Mac, or I have a Windows, or someone has a Linux. Okay, what I'll do, I'll write a Java code. So when we write a Java code, automatically when we create a class, it will take in .java, right? Okay. Then as we said, like compiler will come into picture. With that compiler, automatically that will convert written whatever we are writing, as we said, like we are writing like public static void main system.out.println, that is our understanding language, that would be converted into byte code by our compiler. So when you install a Java, that internally that will have a compiler that will do for us. And if you see your internal in the source folder, one .java will be created, one .class will be created. Okay, that I'll show you later by doing practical. Two folders are automatically created. Java when we create a class, and what are understandable language .class, that machine will, that compiler will create once you run your program. Okay, that is an internal mechanism .class. So it will be like a Chinese language which we cannot understand at all, that will be understood by the machine. So when we create a .class, so one more thing, when you guys installed a JDK, right? So like for Mac it was little different, for Windows it was little different, right? If you would have noticed, right, Aparna? You switched into two OS, right? It was different for JDK for both.
Yes.
Yeah,
Completely different actually.
Yeah, we will have different JDK. So if I'm using Mac, I'll use that JDK. So this .class or this my code, if I'm writing in Windows, like if I'm giving my program, it can be run on Windows, Linux, or Mac. There is how it is platform independent. Java is platform independent. Okay, and it is high level programming language. This is the very important feature. This is what they'll expect, the interval expect from you. How it is platform independent, understood, right? Whatever the code we are writing, that would be converted into like .class internally, like whichever. So if you give your this thing .java or .class, like .class file, with respect to particular OS, you can run, because again, Windows will have separate JVM, Linux will have separate JVM, this have separate JVM. Understood, right? Just make a note of this diagram. And write only two features. Rest of you just go through and read once I'll provide the notes. Just keep in mind, Java is platform independent and Java is high level programming language. And why it is, I have told, write it in your language. Like how you understand, write it in that. Also, one more thing, as my previous batch students, they might know, but I would like to say, you have whatever the notes you are writing on your book, that is very important. For interview, you'll be referring your notes. Before interview, you cannot refer the document which I provide, the videos which I provide. We will have very short time. So you should make your notes in such a way that at least you should be able to revise within 1 or 2 hours. Then you should be able to sit in interview. Okay. So religiously make your notes. Okay. So why C and C++ are platform dependent? Just we'll read once, okay? This we don't have to really study, but at least we'll have some idea. Because when we have C and C++, why Java came into picture? Because it was platform independent, and C and C++ were platform dependent. Learn only that much. Just read this once. Like when we compile a C and C++ programs on one OS, then compiler generates that operating system understandable native code. Understood, right? That will generate with respect to that particular OS. Okay, this native code generated on one OS will not run on any other OS directly. Understood, right? That will generate a native code with respect to that OS. So here, when we come to Java, when we compile a Java program on one OS, the Java compiler generates a bytecode. So what it was generating here, it was OS understandable native code it was generating. Okay, but what Java compiler does, it generates a bytecode. Okay, in that particular OS, we can run the bytecode on any OS which has a JVM. Understood, right? It generates a native code on that particular OS, but it generates a bytecode on that OS. Those bytecode you can run in any OS with respect with the help of JVM, because different OS will have different JVM. Okay, so JVM understanding bytecode and generating into native code. So JVM, one more layer is coming here, that is JVM. Anyways, your machine can understand only native codes. Okay, so native code, that one more native code, the creation which it is doing for us, it is JVM. Okay, so because of that, the Java is platform independent. So we can write once, run anywhere. Aura, it has that feature. Okay, now what is Java compiler? Java compiler is a program developed in C, C++ again. Internally, it is calling that thing. Okay. Just a second. Give me a second, guys. Okay. So what is Java compiler? So Java, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. What is Java compiler? Java compiler is a program developed in C, C++ programming language with the name Java C. Okay. It is responsible for following tasks. It will check the syntactical and grammatical error of the programs, and it converts the source code to like bytecode. Okay. So that is what the compiler does. Okay. Then that is Java compiler. The compiler keyword is different, but Java compiler, it does that thing for us. Okay. Source code is nothing but the code which we are writing. Okay. That is your source code. Then like how the flow happens, you guys understood, right? Source code to native key would be done by the Java compiler. Then JVM will come into picture. The bytecode to native code, the JVM will convert, because machine can understand only native codes. Byte codes are nothing but 0 and 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Those are byte codes, okay, which only like binary digits like 0, 1, 0, 1. Source code is like what we are writing in English language. Native code is like some Chinese kind of, okay, like those some special something that is very different native codes that no one can understand, only machine can understand. Node code. So the internal conversion, this is how it happens. Then what is interpreter? Okay. What is Java interpreter? Java interpreter is a program developed in C and C++ language again with the name of Java. Okay, Java compiler was Java C and interpreter was Java. It is responsible for the following task again. It converts the bytecode to native code. See, when you come to Java, it has two layers, compiler, right? Compilation does, the interpreter will help in the internal conversion of bytecode to native code. That is nothing but again, JVM. Okay, line by line. It executes the native code. Because of the converting and executing line by line, Java execution was little slower in the previous version. Okay, so what is JDK now? We have a JDK, right? It is set of various utility programs that were required to developing executing the Java program. So various JDK are provided for various OS. These are the internal things. Okay. Now, anyways, you guys know JVM, like how it thinks. Understood, right? So latest version of Java is now Java 16 has come into market. So most of the companies like still they are using Java 8 only. If you are using Java 11, 13, now 16 which you guys are using, right? Installed right recent version, that is Java 16. Okay, so is it so far so clear it is? This is just a basic, okay? I wanted to give you a brief introduction, just like it.
Okay.
Next important thing starts from here. Okay, just I'll do one thing.